Okay, it's mid-March 2012. This is the Bradbeers new site, which we bought at the end of last year, the old Stairs butcher shop, which we've, as you can see, we've bulldozed it basically, although we've got the rest of the shop here. Now here we have Dr. Andy Russell of the Southampton
Archaeology unit.
Yeah, thank you for that. Now, could you give us a quick overview of the site from an archaeological perspective, please?
Well, it's produced a fascinating group of finds. There's obviously been people living and working here for about 2,000 years.
2,000 years?
The most unusual being, we've actually got a bit of a person.
Well,
this is somebody's thigh bone. We don't know quite what date it is, but it's the most unexpected find. Certainly from the back of a butcher's shop, which is intriguing. The oldest material dates back to the Roman period. We have a bowl here which would have been used for cooking, but the chunkiest finds are dating to the 7th, 8th century when Romsey Abbey was founded. There was works here producing iron, and we have these great big lumps of slag from the smelting process.
In fact, there's another great lump here, isn't there? So
yes, this one came up this morning.
Really heavy and dirty still.
It's huge. That's only a fragment, so yeah. There's serious amounts of iron being produced in Romsey at that time.
Well.
Moving on into the medieval period is probably perhaps when the houses were first built here, and we've got a nice cooking pot, dates to about 1300, and tiles from the floor. This perhaps comes from an oven, looks like Michaelmarsh clay. It's been stabbed underneath to stop the tile from breaking under the stress of the heat. And a nice jug for brewing beer in. So probably everybody in Romsey would have brewed their own beer at that time. Post-medieval period, shops and houses still here. We've got the Dolphin on one side and the Tudor Rose on the other, which dates back to the late 1400s. And we have remains of a floor made out of animal bones. Very unusual. There is still one in situ in Romsey in King John's house, and there are a couple of fragments surviving in buildings in Salisbury, so it might be a very particular Hampshire way of making a floor. You cut bones in half, stick them up like that. Very hard wearing. Anti-slip flooring. Into the 18th century, we've got tin glazed pottery. This perhaps was an ointment jar. Someone here had a bad back, so they went and bought a little pot full of bear grease or something like that. This would have been made in Bristol and shipped empty to the chemist shops where they would have filled them with their own recipes. But we do have some local bits and pieces. This is a clay pipe stem. This one's got the mark on it of William Sayer, who was a pipe maker in Romsey. In Wellow at that time.
What sort of year would that be?
That would be 1730s, 1750s. When England was booming with sugar and tobacco, and you see it in the archaeology. Perhaps also at that time is this rather nice bone pin. Might have been used to pin up some tresses of an 18th century belle on her way to the ball. Lots of cruder local wares. This is a nice bit of Verwood pottery from over in the New Forest, and we find these sorts of things all over sites in Romsey. Big crude stuff, but rather nicely made. And then into the 19th century, this would have been the sort of thing the Stairs family, who had their shop here, would have eaten, and blue and white Staffordshire pottery coming down with the canals and the railways, and pushing all the local potters out of business. Mm-hmm.
And there's the bottle which I found. I found that myself.
Yeah, well done. That's one of our best finds. And this is bright blue and has faceted sides, and this would indicate to illiterate people back in the 19th century that it was a bottle full of poison. It wasn't something to drink as a medicine. And we don't know, it might have been cyanide or opium or something like that, which was available as a medicine. But obviously you didn't want the kids to get hold of it, so
Absolutely.
You taught them at an early age not to touch the blue bottles.
Well.
And so we've got a whole run of things here over at least 1,800 years of occupation on the site.
My goodness me. Well, that's jolly interesting. Thank you very much. I'll just have a quick look at the archaeologists still working away. You can notice there's two wells there. They're of a Victorian vintage, so not all that old. And we've still got some building work going on there. Righty ho, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.